Marsh on TV. This is entry into my series called The Sickness, man. And today I want to talk about the importance of um, taking your time as far as creating relationships and family. For you young guys, this is for you young guys. Or if if you're, in your 20s, 30s and you haven't, it's for you too. But I figure I'm talking to the young guys. Um, and I'm using myself as an example. Not I don't talk my personal business like in detail online. I don't believe in doing that because if you do, you can't cry about what come from it. And me, I just don't believe in that because you don't want to have issues with in real life because of what you choose to to talk about on here. But when I say I'm gonna use me, I just mean I got two children. What and I'm not with the women that I had my two children with, and that's why I'm saying that to you young guys or guys who haven't had children, man. Your best bet is to live life the way you should, probably biblical, because it's very difficult to make right who you are inside, whether your flaws are, because I got flaws. That woman's flaws, the way y'all agree life should be, how you should live it, all those things, it's comes into play. And the less damage you do to yourself and that woman done to themselves, and the less damage you done to to her or she done to you, the more um, of a chance you have to succeed and having and building and maintaining a family. It's very difficult to do it when there's so much damage done between two people. It's hard because all that goes into everything. You can't get past it. It's well, I ain't gonna say you can't get past it, but it's very difficult to get past it. Um, Take your time, young guys out there. I know your hormones are going, and you want to lay down with that girl, young ladies. I know your hormones are going, and everything in you telling you to lay down with that guy. Man, listen. And I know y'all here, y'all don't listen to the older people in life because you think, especially if they ain't got no money. That's the thing with y'all now. If they don't appear to have money and all these things, and then you won't even hear them. It's not about that. Don't wait till you older and to realize that those things don't have anything to do with knowledge of life and living life and having life experience. Man, listen, you guys take your time, build your family. When you know you ready, when evaluate that man, evaluate that woman, take your time. It's because once you bring another person into this world, everything, whatever you lacking, whatever you haven't perfected, that child is gonna have to experience that. So whatever you gotta get better at, do better at, that child gotta go through that process with you, and sometimes suffer because of it. So young guys, young men, young ladies, keep yourself to yourself, and don't think that I'm saying don't have a child. Man, if you ain't have no kids, you ain't living. Cause you can buy whatever you want to buy. You can go wherever you want to go. But if you don't never experience what it's like to look at a little person and know that they depending on you for everything, and then you haven't even began to live. Now, and most people, yeah, is it hard having children? Sometimes, yeah. Is it stressful? Sometimes, yeah. But there's nothing more fulfilling in it either. And I'm sure any parent that love their kid will tell you that. I would dare tell you I wouldn't take my kid back for nothing, because there's the only greater purpose than that is living for God, which is harder to do. But it's much easier to live for your kids than that. But I guess for some people it's harder. I'm sure there's people out there that say it's harder. But yeah, there's no experience like it. But don't do it till you're ready. Take your time, grow as into a person, to a real person, to whoever you really want to be, and then you have your children. Now, me, it's a blessing, because I my children made me a better person. They gave me a purpose and direction I probably wouldn't have had without them. But if I could look at it now, I probably would have waited, because I would have been a better human being. But not to say I'm a bad human being, but I just would have put myself in a different position for them. But I wouldn't take them back for nothing, because the way I would probably think if I didn't have them, I I don't even want to think like that. I wouldn't want to even be that person. Um, but for you young guys and young ladies, man, keep yourself to yourself, because a part of the sickness of this world is broken families, and in my opinion, a broken family is when the parents can't work together in mind and action towards the benefit of the child. Sometimes relationships just don't work out. To me, a broken family is when you can't realize, no matter what, your family, and the hatred or dislike or whatever uh, negative feelings people may have towards each other dictate, everything. That's when, that to me, that's when it's broken. Sometimes two people just don't know how to work together and coexist together. I don't call that a broken family, because you just don't. Sometimes things just don't work out. But a part of that is, to me, it all goes back to the biblical viewpoint. Take, and when you see, and people tell you can't talk about that because you didn't perfect it. There is, I don't know nobody there. So that mean don't talk about it. I don't know, but you guys try to live that. Keep yourself to yourself, because the more a woman is corrupted, the more experience she have with all these different men. The more a man is corrupted, the more experience he have with all these different women. He gonna bring all that, and when he do finally get his head together, he bringing all that. He got to try to block all that and not be any of that, and try to be with you, or her try to be with him, or him try to be with her. That's part of the sickness. It's rough, man. So if you're a young guy, if you're a guy in his 20s, 30s, and you haven't had a family, man, take your time. And the only way to really avoid it is to stay out of the bedroom with a woman, or to stay out of the bedroom with a man. You know, that's the only way. I don't care about all this other stuff. But that's the original way to keep yourself out of that trouble, is just don't do it. Um, and that's one of the sicknesses, man, that we have.